What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Run the North podcast. Merry Christmas. Just kidding. It's not actually Christmas yet, but it will be when you're listening to this in 3 days. It is 3 days until Christmas. This is an exciting time of the year, and we are here discussing the NFL as we get down closer and closer to the playoffs. We're going to break down Week 15 for you guys, break down all the games, tell you what we like about some teams, what we don't like about some teams, and if some teams are frauds and some teams are not, we'll find out later. And then we'll talk about Week 16. We'll give our picks and our previews, and then we will give you an update, obviously, on the Fantasy League and our picks leaderboard. But before we get into all that, gentlemen, how are we doing?
I'm doing fan-fucking-tastic. It's Crimmy
Okay.
time.
It's Crimmy time. I'm excited,
That's
dude.
all I
This
need
is a
to
good
say.
time. Yeah.
See,
I don't even care
I'm,
if
it's
the
a good
Bears
time.
suck. It's Crimmy time.
I'm not a big Christmas guy, but you know what I did
Yeah, you
do?
wouldn't be.
I bought us whoever actually ends up finishing first in the picks leaderboard. I bought us a goat
What is
trophy.
that?
It's a goat
Yo, that's sick.
That's cool.
So,
Geek definitely just bought that because he knows he does not get to pay for shipping to get to one of us. He's like, oh, I might as well have it anyway.
we'll
That's
see.
definitely why he bought that.
No, I definitely was just like, I'm sending this to whoever wins, and you know,
Looks like the comeback
I
is
kind of don't
inevitable.
want it to be me. I don't, because then it does look like I'm a loser who bought
I
himself
hope you know
a
that
Yeah.
is the narrative we will be pushing.
Yeah, that is an narrative we will be pushing all
Oh.
off season. Is this
See, that's why
guy?
I brought it up now. You guys have 3
Yes.
weeks. See, now you're gonna tank your picks, purposefully try to lose.
I'm only picking the Bears,
Yeah.
the Packers, and the
I was gonna say,
Panthers from here on.
I am pre-picking the Panthers for week 16 through 18.
Hey,
Just,
really? You finally got it right. Maybe you should avoid picking them again.
That's true. I did finally get it right.
Fuck Desmond
um,
Ritter.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Geek, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I am fucking
Good.
exhausted. December is such a royal pain in my ass every year because I'm a psychopath.
This is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we go any further, there is something that I must do.
Oh yes.
This is a piece of work that I like to call a letter to Matthew Stafford. So Matthew Stafford, if you're listening, please come on the show, and I hope hearing this helps you in your pursuit of the playoffs this year. Dear Matthew Stafford, earlier in this season, a co-host of this show called you good. I responded with, quote, I was not cooking. You were a top 10 QB on the field and a top 3 QB in my heart. Please, for the love of God, do not win the Super Bowl this year. I can't afford to look any stupider. I'm sorry for not knowing ball. Love, Jacob discusses athletics.
Nice.
Okay, that's it.
Love that.
That's what Matthew Stafford is getting for an apology today.
I'm just glad I got so mad at you for your That's all I know.
Yeah.
Miller did the correct thing and just kind of stayed quiet most of the time. For that argument,
Because he agreed.
Well, yeah, but it's also the correct thing because then if he was bad, he gets to go with the, he was quiet and didn't have a take. I kind of went fully in on the he's really, really good. So I'm glad that
I
worked.
do not remember this conversation at all.
It was after week 1 when they beat the Seahawks. I wasn't convinced. I was like,
I was like, nah,
whatever.
Stafford's still Himothy.
Yeah, apparently. But yeah, that is my apology / love letter to Matthew Stafford. So if you're watching this, please come on the show. We'd love to interview you and
Absolutely.
tell you about how good you are, depending on how the Rams finish. If you come on the show after you miss the playoffs, there will be slander. There must be.
No?
Yeah. Let's get into week 15, boys, shall we? Let's break down some games. Thursday night, the last sighting of Brandon Staley as a Charger. Raiders 63, Chargers 21. We will miss you, Brandon Staley.
No, we won't.
Forever in our hearts as the coach who was cool for half a season.
Was he?
Forever in our hearts, Brandon Staley.
Why was he cool
When
for
was
half
Brandon
the
Staley
season?
cool?
Well, they weren't bad the first half of his first season. Now they are.
Okay.
Well,
So,
I mean, he's been there for like 3 years, and they've never been good. So I don't know.
Thank
Yeah,
God.
I mean, yeah, it was time for Brandon Staley to go after getting 63 dropped on him by Aiden O'Connell and the interim head coach led Raiders. It was time.
So I do want to say when Miller, this is a toss-up game between the Chargers and Raiders. When he said that, Jake agreed, and I said,
No, I didn't.
"Oh well, yeah, you did."
I watched
And
it
then
back.
you did
I say
agree.
yeah as a transition point. I don't say
Because
yeah
you
as
said
like
yeah, because
I
the
agree.
transition was me going, you know what isn't a toss-up, and then jumping into something else. So we all me and Jake
No,
half agreed. Jake really doesn't want to be part of this. Miller
because I
out here
didn't.
picking the
I
Chargers.
just tried to. I just say yeah to tell you guys to shut up and move on. Essentially,
Sorry.
Sure.
I didn't in my wildest fucking dreams think the Chargers supporting cast was this dog shit.
Without Keenan and Herbo,
surely
yeah,
Joshua
I mean,
Palmer would be a good wide receiver one for them. You're right. You're right.
surely
It's the fucking Raiders secondary. I thought Palmer could at least have like a competent
Hey,
game.
Well, he did.
Jones.
Technically, he had 2 touchdowns. but-
Technically, he did.
Technically, he had a competent game.
Technically.
How long has Jack Jones been on the Raiders?
Like 2 weeks.
Since he
That's
got
the
cut by the
thing.
Patriots.
Yeah, but I don't remember when that happened. That's the thing. You got Jack Jones. Hobbs is good. Trayvon Merrick exists. Huh?
Trayvon
Jack
Merrick does
Jones
exist.
Didn't
That's
move
about
me
it.
until he had the sickest picks. Was it a pick six? Or was
Yeah.
it just a pick? Yeah, he didn't move me until he had the sickest pick six of all time.
That was
Jack Jones
that
didn't
was pretty
move you
good.
when, in his first career game, he had a pick 6 off of Aaron Rodgers. He didn't move you at all.
No,
then?
because there's a lot of guys that have picked off Aaron Rodgers.
Not really, actually.
Not at all.
I am
That
trying to
is-
slander Aaron Rodgers to hell and back. Okay,
Uh,
I fucking hate that man now.
me, Nick Body, me.
okay, don't blame
We'll talk
about
Rodgers
that
for them
later.
cutting him. Blame the front office.
I'm gonna blame
It's true.
Rodgers for doing the whole.
It's true.
Ooh, I'm coming back. Oh, never mind. Never
Okay,
mind.
no,
I don't want to come
okay.
back.
It's
'cause they got
anymore.
eliminated.
You're brain dead.
Not eliminated, but-
It's the difference is they got eliminated. If they were still in the playoff hunt, Rodgers would come back.
Don't
Yeah.
care.
But what's the point of him coming back when it's over? There's no
I mean,
point.
there isn't one, but don't care. He's still on the active roster because he was like, me.
Because he wants to practice. It's because he
Yeah,
How
wants to
about he
practice with the
practices
team the
being
rest
a
of the
good
season.
teammate? Because clearly he needs to learn that.
No, it's not his fault that they cut Bodden and not, I don't know.
All right, what's the
Alvin
Jets
Cook.
GM? Joe Douglas? Is that
Yeah.
right? Is that who
Yeah,
it is
sure.
right now? Yeah, Joe
Douglas
Douglas
is
and
our
Aaron
guy, yeah.
Rodgers. Put him on a boat.
Not both. Just Jesus. All right.
But
Let's.
him on a
you remember how he who shall not be named, who owned the Commanders, whenever he got in trouble, he would just sail on his yacht to the middle of the ocean, thinking that his problems would go away. This is what I imagine Miller wants to do with Aaron Rodgers and Joe Douglas: is just ship them out to sea, so everybody thinks they're gone.
Yeah. No, but back to a game that matters and people that I care about, kind of. This game, like I said, I really did think it was a toss-up going in because that's how little faith I had in the Raiders more than anything. But I also thought the Chargers defense, especially the defensive line, like, Khalil Mack is having a career year. I thought he could do something. He didn't do anything but
should
get
have been
fucking
able to.
tossed by Michael Mayer. It was terrible. Like, that was probably I didn't watch the whole thing. I stopped watching it like halftime, and then I went back and watched the condensed highlights in the second half. That was the worst fucking played
Fair
football
enough.
game I've ever seen from a single team. And then don't even get me started on fucking Austin Eckler, dude. What the? Why is he here? Why is he employed? What does he do?
Motherfucker makes Dalvin Cook look good at football in 2023. It's incredible. I don't watch the Thursday night games. It's the night I play darts, so I almost never get to see them. This time, the place we were playing didn't even have the game on, so I would pull it up on my phone and just left my phone on the table. So I'd glance at the score. It's just holy fuck, what is happening? I had no clue. I knew nothing. Just it's 42-0. What happened?
Yeah.
What happened here? It was great.
I hate. The only positive I can pull from this game is this is the concrete proof that all the morons that were anti-Herbert needed to show you how fucking good Herbert is. Because him and Keenan Allen were out here playing absurd hero ball to keep the Chargers like as a competitive football team for a little bit. Like they went toe to toe with like the Lions and beat a couple decent teams. They beat up on the Bears defense, which has been really good. Like I don't know. I feel so bad for Herbert. I really do. It's tough.
Yeah.
Also, Jakob Johnson came back this game. First game back for the Raiders, and they put up 63 points. Coincidence? I think
so. I mean,
that's actually not. It's actually the Jets playing with Bawden. Is they're going to bring him back, and then they'll score.
If they bring Bawden back and then do that to the Commander, I will personally buy their general manager a slice of pizza.
No, see, so he has to miss a game, so it won't be against the Commanders. They're doing that so that they can blow out the Browns on Thursday Night Football.
Even better.
Yes.
So here are the two options. Either Joe Douglas does this and they hang 63 on the Browns defense, or he gets shipped to sea for the rest of his life and is never to be seen again.
Yeah. Except for by Aaron Rodgers, who will be his roommate forever.
Aaron Rodgers, who will be his roommate on the boat, on the dinghy. But
they don't even get a full boat. It's a dinghy.
No, it's just a dinghy. Raiders 62, Chargers 21. Staley fired. Which
Telesco fired.
Coming.
Yeah,
Telesco fired too. It's over. Because he built a terrible team. I guess.
I don't really think he did.
I guess that's just the way that it goes.
He spent a lot of money on aging players and then got really unlucky with injuries. And also, Brandon Staley doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Outside of J.C. Jackson, most of the people he actually spent money on have played really well. I don't really think Telesco is the actual issue. Like, I get it. J.C. Jackson was bad, and like Eric Kendricks has been bad, but he's getting paid $6 million a year. Ooh. Yeah. Like what? Khalil Mack was the big one. He's leading the league in sacks.
This is the best year he's had since his first year in Chicago when he was the runner-up for DPOY.
Yeah,
like he's been balling.
Yeah, it sucks because now since he had a disaster class, he's not leading the NFL in sacks anymore.
He's still like top 5 though, isn't he?
Yeah, because it's TJ and then Daniil and then Khalil, right?
TJ Watt's leading the league in sacks.
16, yeah.
I'm not surprised because
Daniil's
it's
at 15 and a half, and then
I shouldn't be surprised because it's TJ, but like this is the quietest sack leading season I've ever seen.
Because this is the first week he's been on top of the leaderboard. It was Daniil Hunter until last week, and then it was Khalil, and now it's TJ. And it'll be Daniil again after this week.
Actually, it'll be Montez Sweat when he goes off for 17 sacks against the Cardinals.
Okay.
Paris
Good luck
Johnson
with
Jr. masterclass.
Paris Johnson Jr. is not that good.
He's gonna look that good this
I don't
week
watch
just
the Cardinals. But yeah, just because he's playing the Bears, he's gonna have a masterclass.
Yeah, masterclass.
Yeah, because he's just randomly going to get good against a top 5 defense.
Yeah,
that's how it works.
Yeah,
that's how it works.
Okay,
this guy doesn't think that's how that works.
Sorry, I forgot. He'll probably go against DeMarcus Walker.
This guy.
That's what.
There you go.
That's what it'll be. He'll lock up DeMarcus Walker.
True. This is a good one to talk about early on. It's over. Sorry, Vikings fans. You're screwed. See ya. It's over. Bengals 27, Vikings 24. It's over. It's over for the entire NFC North. It's over. Everybody lost except for the Lions. It's over.
Actually, it's still not over though.
Bengals 27, Vikings 24. This
Did the Vikings still win the division?
Mullins.
They can, yeah.
So what do they have to do? Win out and Detroit has to lose out?
Yeah, but Detroit plays the Vikings.
I know they play them twice.
They simply have to
Dallas. So it's like absolutely possible that Minnesota
they simply have
Please, God, if you're listening.
Listen, man. All the Vikings offense led by Nick Mullins or Josh Dobbs has to do is outproduce the Lions offense twice.
See,
it can't be that
here's
hard.
The thing. That's not the actual answer here. All Brian Flores' defense has to do is not give up 24 points in the final quarter. That's it. Just don't do that again, and we're chilling. That was kind of ridiculous. And apparently we're not allowed to criticize Flores' defense because we're afraid he'll leave us. That's still a thing. We're just not allowed to criticize him. We're just allowed to pretend that Kevin O'Connell is the worst play caller of all time. He's still doing the NFL. I don't know if Flores gets a job. And he's not just going to take a job to take a job. He's going to get paid just as much to stay as our DC as he will.
He deserves a ring. He should go somewhere that can actually win him one.
Yeah. The Vikings, if we had Cuzzo right now, might be that team. I'm so mad about it. Yeah, I don't know. This game was weird. Nick Mullins absolutely was not the safe option. I thought he was going to like play like a normal person. Bro's just fucking chucking it. I love it. Jake's laughing as if Mullins didn't just play a
Nick
better game
Mullins
than
is
Love's
so
played all
bad.
year. I don't fucking know. He had 6 incompletions. Threw for 300 yards.
That's actually super false. That's just that.
He had
that is
6
like,
incompletions and threw for 300 yards. Multiple touchdowns.
Love threw for 3 touchdowns and 300 yards against the Lions.
How many
and also did the
incompletions,
same thing
though?
against the Chargers. Oh yeah, you complete. Shut up. This is such loser talk, bro. That's crazy.
Oh, the exact same thing you do all the time.
Continue.
With every quarterback you like.
Go ahead.
But yeah,
no.
Dulac's
better than Nick Mullins, and you know that. Go ahead.
I don't know about that.
Which one of them threw a game-winning touchdown pass against the Eagles this week? And I win.
No, which one of them's about to get
benched?
benched?
I'm not going to.
He overthrew it. Jason made a really good catch. Shut up. I've heard it before. I don't care.
But also,
I'm not.
Which one's about to get benched?
You said it, not me.
Gino.
Okay.
Poor guy. Anywho, no more talking about the Vikings.
Ty Chandler's really good, and
I was just
so is
about to
Jordan
say
Addison.
That's the
what
only
I know.
thing I care about from this game. Ty Chandler should be RB1 in
Yeah,
Minnesota.
that's
the
only
only reason
in this game.
he should be, but the only reason he still might not be, I can't tell you if he will or won't. We won't find out until the weekend. Is because he still can't run block or pass block. Sorry,
I know.
He can't run block, but because he's running the ball.
I
but
know
like,
the woes.
I don't care.
Yeah,
almost.
Actually, I think Ty Chandler should be blocking for himself.
No, he should be blocking for CJ Ham.
I think he should be blocking
real.
for himself.
No, he should be blocking for CJ Ham.
Ty Chandler before every play must cast mirror image. That's the only way.
Yes.
But no, Ty Chandler's really good, man. Jordan Addison is fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Love that guy. I don't know. We got to figure out what the fuck is going on with the end of game defense, because that was atrocious, and we can't let that happen again.
I have but a query. What if it's not the end of game defense, and what if Jake Browning is just good?
Except every big pass he had was a horrible
What if
throw.
T. Higgins is just really good?
No, T. Higgins is really good. I mean, dude. I hate it. I tried to get into this argument, but he didn't want to respond. People saying that was bad coverage. Caleb Evans was all over both of those touchdowns. T. Higgins just is that dude. There's nothing you can do. I'm a little mad. Mekhi Blackman the one time just throwing his hand up like they got the interception instead of going and trying to help out a Caleb is a little annoying.
Dude, that play where he reaches, that moment where he no look reaches the ball over the pylon is crazy.
Yeah, that's just a really good football player being really good.
That's cold as fuck is what it is.
That was tough.
Yeah,
that was tough.
He saved his bag with that play this past.
I was gonna say he's about to make a lot of money.
Based
Probably
off that
not from the
one
Bengals,
game.
but he's about to make a lot of money, I think.
Imagine he goes to the fucking Chiefs because fuck you.
Yeah.
No reason to not pursue him if you're the Chiefs.
So
I mean,
am I a psycho for disagree? So everybody says it's bad play calling for the Vikings to have gone for 2 quarterback sneaks needing less than a yard. Is that bad play calling?
No, but I don't get the philosophy behind putting Powell behind him.
It doesn't matter.
That's just dumb.
Even if you put CJ Ham, you know what the issue is? BJ Hill murdered Garrett Bradbury on both plays, so it didn't fucking matter. It could have been CJ Ham. It could have been me. Nobody's moving them because Bradbury got pushed 3 yards back on both plays.
I will say, in that instance,
fullback dive. I know.
Well, I mean, yeah, but that's not what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I think in that instance, there's a little more nuance to it because of how good BJ Hill is and how Garrett Bradbury is.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm running QB sneak twice if he gets pushed back 3 yards.
So maybe it is.
It also worked
bad play
3 times
calling.
earlier in the game.
Okay.
We'd
See,
run
I
QB sneaks
didn't
all
watch this game outside
Yeah.
of some Ty Chandler clips. So
Yeah.
I don't.
So we ran QB sneaks multiple times earlier in the game and got it. So it's like, oh, we needed like just about a yard. We got within an inch. Okay, we'll just do it again. And then Bradbury got blown up. Like, what do you do?
Yeah. I mean, I think
hand it to
under
Ty
normal
Chandler. The way Bradbury got blown up, Ty Chandler just gets tackled in the backfield. That's just gonna be what happens. I don't know what to tell you.
You know, I think it's fine process. Like just rule of thumb, right? Like a generic situation where it's, you know, whoever versus whoever on the interior.
Yeah.
I would say that's good process. But if BJ Hill had Bradbury's number all day, maybe not. But if they ran it 3 times earlier in the game and it worked, then I don't think it's a bad decision.
Yeah.
Again, like I said, I didn't watch this game,
Right.
so I'm going off of hypotheticals essentially here. But
Fire Kevin O'Connell was trending on Twitter, and Vikings fans make me want to kill myself.
I think the Vikings should do it.
I know you do. You'd
He's
be
not
really
a winner.
happy.
Not a winner.
He's not a winner.
Luck
He's
merchant.
not a winner. One playoff game, one playoff appearance as a head coach, one loss.
And he lost to Daniel Jones.
Yep.
One loss to Daniel
Not going to
Jones.
blame Ed
They
Donatel
should hire
for that
Daniel
one.
Jones to be their head coach. He's a winner.
No, Ed Donatel.
Yes.
He's gonna handle it for us.
Daniel Jones needs a new job now that he's lasted to Tommy DeVito.
I'm like 900%
Future Vikings
sure I'm
head
the
coach
only
Zach
Viking fan with
Taylor.
a brain. I don't understand it.
It's okay. When Zach Taylor steps off the plane in Minnesota next season, everything will be okay.
No.
You mean when Brandon
Everything
Staley
will
gets
be
in
okay.
Minnesota?
No.
He's probably already on his way there.
Brandon Staley and Tom Telesco are gonna put up.
They're gonna hire him.
numbers
They're gonna
in
hire him.
Minnesota.
They're gonna do what they did with what the Eagles did with Fangio last year. Hire him as a defensive assistant for the back half of the year. Staley and Flores about to be sitting in the room cooking.
No.
Yeah.
I can't wait until Jim Irsay buys the Vikings.
Okay, this team is mine now.
I need an AFC and an NFC team.
No, he
Give me
trades
2
the Colts for the
chances.
Vikings. It's a
Oh.
trade.
Listen,
No.
Quessy, you will sign Matt Ryan. You
No.
will sign Matt Ryan.
Honestly, though, at this
He will be your
exact moment, how
quarterback.
bad would that be? I'm genuinely curious. Why didn't we
You
call
will
it?
sign Carson Wentz.
Well,
You
he's a
will sign
Ram.
Carson
So that's
Wentz.
not really
In
an
the
option.
off season, you will sign Phillip Rivers.
No, he's old.
Kirk Cousins not a winner.
And we're-
Phillip
and
Rivers,
we're-
that guy knows how
and
to
we're
win ball
also-
games.
We're
I don't
also
want that.
replacing your entire offensive and defensive line with all 10 of his kids.
Oh yeah.
The entire defensive line is Philip Rivers' kids, and his entire
You know
offensive
who else
line
is a
his
winner?
kids.
That Shady McCoy fella. Let's get him off TV.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Okay,
move on.
how many- yeah.
We gotta keep moving here. That was
what's the
too
next
much.
game?
Oh god.
Colts 30, Steelers 13. Fire Mike Tomlin. How about that one? That's another
for
one
this
going around on
game.
Twitter.
All I know is
Yeah. So the Colts, Shane Steichen is a genius. This dude schemed up a positive running game with Trey Sermon and
Sermon had a
who's
game,
the other
didn't
dude?
he?
That's exactly what I'm
Tyler
talking
Goodson.
about.
Yeah, he had
Tyler
like 89
Goodson.
yards on the ground.
Tyler Goodson and Trey Sermon, he schemed up an effective running game against the Steelers defense with those two running backs. Big.
yeah.
Also, apparently Pat Pete's a safety.
Also,
something.
George Pickens is a loser.
Dude,
George
George
Pickens sucks,
Pickens
bro.
is a
George
bitch.
freaking sucks, bro. That
Yeah.
guy's a loser. That guy's a loser.
But Geek, I was told that Ryan Poles should be fired for not drafting him.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I was told that he was a better pick
man.
than Jaquan Brisker. Even
Yeah.
though Jaquan Brisker's been one of the better players on the Bears defense in this resurgence, and George Pickens apparently doesn't want to block.
He was
Did
afraid
you hear
of
what?
getting
Wait, hold on.
hurt.
Yeah, I was
He
just saying.
didn't
Did you hear
want
what
to
he
get
said?
injured.
Oh no.
He was like, I saw that Tank Dell thing we got hurt
Which
blocking, and I
wasn't
didn't want
the
that to happen to
same
my
at
leg.
all. Guy was
Look.
going at his legs because it was a 1 yard line snap where Tank Dell was lined up as a tight end. George Pickens was
one-on-one on the outside with.
Yeah, I don't. Pickens is such a fucking loser, dude. Oh my god.
Yeah, dude's.
I never thought I'd see the day where there's players on the Pittsburgh fucking Steelers that are afraid to block.
Yeah, right.
Mike Tomlin's gone soft. Clearly,
I mean, I don't know. Listen, I used to be like this when I was younger because it was kind of my
dude. I don't think anyone can control that weirdo.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's what I was kind of getting into. Like when I was younger, when the Antonio Brown stuff started, when I was in like high school, because of how much I hated the Steelers, I used to try to push the like Mike Tomlin can't control his locker room thing, which is total bullshit. I'm aware of that now. But back when I was
keep drafting Antonio Brown,
I was getting ready to say, why can't the Steelers have a normal receiver?
Deontay Johnson's kind of a weirdo too.
No, right. Deontay's a normal dude.
No, but Deontay didn't catch a touchdown for over a year, despite being really good at football.
That's not his fault.
I know.
Kenny Pickett was his quarterback.
But I'm just saying, it's still a slight defect. Even if it's not his fault, it's still an issue with him.
Dude's played for 2 years and has thrown
touchdowns. Also, the thing against Cincinnati this year, where he just decided he wasn't going to try and go for the fumble or block or do anything, and instead just stand there while.
See, I don't like that. I don't like that
Yeah,
mentality.
that's what we're going to complain about the weird. He danced when he scored a touchdown down 40 points. He scored a touchdown. I'm going to dance
cringe.
That's not cringe, dude.
I think it's
literally
pretty cringe to celebrate.
That's like a year and a half.
That's like when Austin Eckler on Thursday did the first down signal in a Raiders defender's face down.
It's Chris Paul hitting the major three down.
I get
lead to 42.
Don't get me wrong. I get where you're coming from, Geek. And in that situation, it's not as bad. But like rule of thumb, if you're losing, I feel like celebrating like in a very expressive way is a little cringe.
Loser.
Yeah.
Celebrate the touchdown.
Also,
Deontay knows better than anybody else. You don't know when you're gonna get another.
Well, also Pickens, Geek, you're yelling at Pickens for not blocking on that play, and then when we talk about Deontay doing it, you're like, "Well, just throw him the ball."
Deontay not
the ball
picking up the fumble
or blocking on the play, like the play where
he was
fumbled.
He
was just
there, and then the ball got fumbled behind him, and he didn't make an effort for it.
I don't remember the play. I remember seeing one play where he didn't block, and he's the far outside receiver, and all of this happened over here. Who fucking cares? No receiver ever blocks over there. When the play's going the other way, you're not blocking. That's how that works.
Yeah, but the play we're talking about, the ball was running right behind him.
No idea.
And he didn't block the corner. Yeah, like that's.
Oh,
again, I like Deontay.
He got by me.
But on the bright side, Deontay didn't double and triple down on it in the media and make the "I'm scared of getting hurt" excuse, which I know there's going to be that one dude out there. So I will say, I understand that George Pickens is tougher than the three of us because he's an NFL athlete and we couldn't do his job. I don't care. I'm still going to critique
I don't know if that's always exactly how that works.
Okay, well, they're going to say that.
I know, but that's not how life works.
He's an NFL player. We're not. I fully acknowledge that we couldn't do his job. I don't care. We don't get paid millions of dollars to play football. When you're getting paid millions of dollars to play football,
we get paid millions of dollars to talk about it.
We get paid nothing to talk about it.
Yet.
Right, yet.
There you go.
But like, it's ridiculous to me that this is even a conversation that we have to have. I think mostly the consensus is George Pickens is a loser for being like that. But the fact that there's anyone going against that and the fact that there's still going to be people that are defending him blows my mind. And it's even funnier to me when you have Steelers fans that constantly defend this dude by saying, "Oh, it's always a new narrative." Yeah, because it's always something different with Pickens. It's never the same thing twice. It's like every week some new bullshit pops up. He's a fucking head case. He is Antonio Brown 2.0 with less consistency as a player.
And just not nearly as good at fucking anything.
I also think he's more just selfish than he is crazy.
That's kind of true.
Probably. Well, that's kind of how
I mean, I'm not a therapist. I don't want to, or I'm not a psychologist. I don't want to diagnose AB with anything, but I think we all know there's something going on up there. Yeah. I think Pickens is just a bit of a narcissist.
Yeah. All right.
But
how about Demonte KZ killing people?
And getting
I don't fucking know.
Which people are like, that seems a little harsh. It's like
not because KZ gets suspended every fucking year.
That's the normal suspension is like 4 games, and that's the end of the season.
Yeah.
Like saying the end of the season sounds harsh until you realize that it's just a normal suspension that happens to stretch the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Colts. I mean, Shane Steichen's making a serious Coach of the Year push here. They're doing it with Gardner Minshew and Trey
Certainly.
Sermon and Tyler Goodson.
I really
at
think
the running back spot. So
yeah. outside of Steichen, who are we actually saying can get it?
Shanahan should be in the conversation. I know they're
Shanahan's
good,
always in the conversation just because
Shanahan's like an autofill.
Because he's in the conversation.
I think probably put Dan Campbell in there.
Yeah, KOC could if
the Vikings get in the playoffs.
It depends on what happens.
Will be had.
And I'm going to scream about it if we win the division.
But
we better.
D'Amico.
If y'all win the division, KOC's got my support, 100%.
Yeah. I think D'Amico's should be up there.
Yeah, because they could still win the South.
With Case Keenum.
Case Keenum has taken a team to an NFC championship. We need to chill.
Did he take a team to an NFC championship, or was he along for the ride?
I mean, he threw the Minneapolis Miracle.
But was that
called a miracle for a reason?
Because of a Case Keenum?
It's called a miracle for a reason.
Goofy ass play by a safety.
That's what it's called, a miracle.
No, I mean,
for a reason.
If he doesn't make the exact throw, then the safety can't make a goofy play. It was all Keenum's reality. He created it.
Oh, I guess the question is
beyond your understanding.
They're just really good. This is just another instance of because he coaches a good team. I think John Harbaugh should get any consideration.
I mean,
I would be behind it.
The 1 seed in the AFC.
I could make the weird argument because Harbaugh's like he was a special teams coordinator, right? That's what he's always been known for. And Tucker's having the worst year of his career. So can we consider the special teams specialist for Coach of the Year when he's having the greatest kicker of all time have the worst year of his career?
Yeah, but let's be real here. How much input do we think Harbaugh has on special teams other than being like, hey, we're going to kick
I'm doing the offensive, defensive coach thing where it's
hey, Justin, we're up by 10 and we're 30 yards out. Go kick this field goal. Oh, he missed it. This is clearly my fault.
Okay.
What have I done?
I mean, the one game where he made him kick the 66-yarder against the Browns against the wind. Maybe don't have him kick that one. I don't know.
That's just him having faith in his guy.
That's just exactly. That's just you don't have that Sigma kicker grind set.
Dude, there's that thing. It's just Justin Tucker. Who fucking cares? Just go do the thing. Oh, that's a ceiling.
And that's a Jake.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Steichen's probably comfortably the favorite right now.
Yeah.
At least in my eyes.
Yeah.
All right, what's next? Oh, Michael Pittman, really good. Had to get that in.
Is he okay? Did he die?
Is he alive?
What happened to Pittman?
The KZ hit.
KZ.
Oh, that was KZ? Or that was who he hit?
Yeah.
I didn't realize he hit Pittman. Deadass have only seen that angle from like the sky angle, and I wasn't paying attention to the number. I was just watching the helmets. I didn't realize that was him.
I'm shocked. Pittman got up and walked off the field on his own.
He's chilling.
But is he? Did his brain turn to mush? Like I don't know.
I don't know what's the Colts injury report.
I have no idea. Like. Oh, I don't want to talk about this game either. I'm mad about this game. Icky, gross.
What game are you mad about?
The next one.
He's on the injury report, but he was limited in practice, so maybe.
Huh? Wild.
Oh,
Matt Gay fucked up his hit as a kicker. That's crazy.
Lions 42, Broncos 17. The Lions are back, baby. Lions are back. Playoff. Super Bowl.
What the hell happened in this game?
I didn't watch this one.
Jared Goff. He decided to be Jared Goff, not Jared Goof. Yes.
That'll do it.
That's how that works, yeah.
Oh, and Jahmyr Gibbs averaged 9 yards a carry, so that's fun.
Huh?
Yeah.
He did what?
Oh, what? Like
he did what?
8 carries?
He had 11 carries for 100 yards and a thud.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn. Still wasn't the right pick at 11.
Straight up, you're just like, nah, we're not going to play good. Javonte Williams
this week.
Javonte Williams against the Detroit Lions averaged 2.2 yards a carry. What? How?
Fire Sean Payton. It's his fault.
He did what?
Yes, fire
he did
Sean
what?
Payton.
Fire the entire O-line. It's actually their fault.
That's probably fair.
Except Quinn Miners.
Yeah.
The Broncos bad, lose game.
Broncos bad, lose game. I don't know if they're consistent enough to make a playoff push.
No, it's fucked because the Broncos were in
Sean Payton
prime
hates
position
Russ.
to dethrone the Chiefs.
Yeah, Sean Payton hates Russ. Everything's bad.
That sucks. I thought you hated the Broncos. Why do you want them to dethrone the Chiefs?
Because it would have been funny as shit. That would have been the funniest thing to ever happen. Yeah, but it's so much.
A lot of things got to go right.
Right.
They can still.
They could have just won out and had it the other way, but now they need stuff to happen, and that's bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sean Payton's whole thing with Russ confuses me. If you had just thrown the challenge flag on the 2 touchdowns Russ had scored the 2 plays before that, you don't have to worry about him calling a play. You can call a timeout. You're just a coach, you stupid piece of shit. I hate Sean Payton so much. There's not a person in the NFL I hate more. Like, genuinely.
Aaron Rodgers is rejoicing right now.
Paying his players to
hold on.
The reason my team didn't win a Super Bowl.
I've always hated Sean Payton. To do anything. It was the defensive coordinator.
Sean Payton got suspended for a fucking year. He knew.
I understand that what Sean Payton did. What Sean Payton did was bad, and it lost your team a game. But like, there's a certain person in Cleveland who would like to have a word about this conversation we're having.
In the NFL, he's out. Joe
Unfortunately, he very much is.
Joe Flacco.
That's the problem. Is that he is.
He's out. No team signing him, I promise.
But after this game, Saints 24, Giants 6. You want to hear what I wrote down for my notes for this game? You want to know what I wrote down? LOL. That's just what I wrote. I have Tommy DeVito and the insanity runs over. Maybe he'll pick it up again against the Eagles, but this is it might be over for the. Might be over.
His worst game, and he still played better than Daniel Jones ever had. So it's
Did you guys hear about him with the social media intern?
No, not.
Oh my god!
Him being all pissy over the stop with the fucking Italian shit.
They really went the whole point.
Sopranos.
Yeah, they wanted his top 5 Sopranos episodes. Like
he's like,
what
stop
if he doesn't
with
like
Italian shit. I just want to play football.
Dude, literally, because there was another TikTok video from the Giants that came out where they were having him rank Italian food, and you could just tell he did not want to be there. He was just they were just like, hey, how about them cutlets? And he was like, 3.
So the only reason I was like, okay, was because it seemed like he kind of got along with whatever the TikToker guy that they had invited was. So like he'd start talking, and Tommy would be like, yeah. And then the social media manager would talk, and you'd see Tommy like, fucking goddamn it, you son of a bitch.
Also,
yeah, fuck you.
Also, just to put this out there, Tommy DeVito's agent is the coolest agent in all of football. That guy got inducted into the Italian American Sports Hall of Fame. His only other notable client was Alfred Morris, but those two.
He was Alfred Morris's agent?
He was Alfred Morris's agent. Yes, I found that out today. So those are the 2 most notable players, him and DeVito.
The 2 most notable players, period.
Yeah, literally. The Saints put up 24 without Olave. I didn't watch much of the game. I know Keith Kirkwood caught a touchdown. So Keith Kirkwood touchdown.
Jimmy Graham got another touchdown. That's 5.
He did. Jimmy Graham.
What a guy.
He's got 6 catches for 5 touchdowns.
Jimmy Graham's living the dream, man.
Yeah, he is living the dream. Yeah. I mean, I have nothing much else to say about this.
Miller, let's play a game of guess who.
I'm not watching the box score either, so you can. So I can play this game.
Who led the Saints in sacks in this game?
In sacks?
Ooh.
Is it Tanoa?
Yeah. Is that?
I only know that because he did
his last name.
Tanoa Capasagon?
Sure.
Capasagon?
That last name scares me.
We would have done.
So sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have nightmares over that last name. I don't.
Yeah.
Find out.
All right.
Well, we had to get to this game eventually.
Oh, poor Miller.
We were one Darnell Mooney
It's
Hail Mary
Tano
catch away
passing,
from a Bears win, but Browns 20, Bears 17. And Miller, you have the floor, my friend.
Who that motherfucker that wear 18 for the Bears?
Robert Tonyan. Fuck that guy.
Oh,
Fuck him in particular.
he suck bad.
He's
Well, that
so
was such a
terrible.
beautiful
No,
play
no, no,
by
listen,
Field,
you're
dude.
laughing. I've never been a Tonyan guy. Motherfuckers in the offseason told me he was better than Cole Kmet. Where's he at? What's he doing?
He's dropping beautiful passes. That was such a good play, dude.
He's dropping
best throw of his career.
Literally the best throw of Justin's career, and the motherfucker can't block. What do you do? Why are you employed by?
Put Mercedes Lewis in the game right now.
Yeah,
put him in that game
Lewis
right
has
now.
done more this year as a pass catcher than Robert Tonyan has. Mercedes Lewis caught a screen pass this year and took it for positive yardage. That is more than Robert Tonyan's done.
Also, did
Mercedes Lewis catches that
Mooney
ball.
dropped the touchdown?
What?
Narrative Field. Did somebody say Mooney dropped the touchdown?
Oh he was falling backwards on his ass, and the ball bounced off his chest. It was a really hard catch.
It hit him in the chest.
When he was falling backwards away from the ball.
Receiver, catch a fucking ball.
The crazy thing is, yeah, that catch I'm not upset about. I'm upset about there was a play earlier on. It was 4th and 1. We ran a play where it was an option. Pretty much it was an option where Fields either had more or he could run it. Fields chose to run it, which was the right call because we only needed a yard. It's better to go for the yard than to go for the touchdown on 4th and 1.
True.
And first of all, fuck Luke Getsy for this being the play design. Mooney's the lead blocker and had to fucking block not Myles Garrett. I think it was Zadarius Smith. It was one of their edge rushers you leave Mooney one-on-one with.
That other way.
Yeah,
right. Or no, I'm sorry. That was way earlier in the game. The play I'm talking about, it was Mooney one-on-one with a corner, and Mooney blocked him incorrectly, and he grabbed Fields by the fucking ankle and pulled him short of the first down marker. That's something that I realized this week, and I there's always been something about Getsy that's pissed me off, and I've never been able to put my finger on it, on top of everything else, right? But there was always one thing that it was like, I kept seeing occurrences, and I couldn't quite categorize it. Luke Getsy has no fucking idea how to use the players on his football team. He doesn't use a single player to their advantage. DJ Moore, incredible deep. Right, literally. The only like DJ Moore, he'll go a fucking half with 2 targets. That's inexcusable. With the receivers we have outside of DJ and Kmet, there is no world where he shouldn't have at least 8.5, if not more. Going two quarters with 2 targets is fucking unacceptable. That's happened multiple times this year. Cole Kmet, he is one of the best inline tight ends in football. He's a really good playmaker, he's a good playmaker when you get the ball to him short and he can like run through dudes. He had a 6 stiff arm in this game. He's trying to draw up fucking long-winded deep shots to Kmet. You don't need to do that. He's capable of it. That doesn't need to be every target. He's not fucking Sam Laporta. You don't need to get him wide open for him to make a catch. He can moss a motherfucker. Try it. He can do it. Kari Blasingame, he doesn't put him on the field. And when he does put him on the field, it's either in between the tackles, which is fine, or he's being asked to pass block against an edge rusher by himself. Love Kari to death. He is not blocking Myles Garrett one-on-one. There are 2 fullbacks in the league that are doing that. Kari is not one of them. Love him to death. It's not his fault. He should not be put in that situation. Robert Tonyan should never, ever, ever be asked to block a play in his fucking career unless he's lined up as like a slot receiver and you're having him block a nickel corner on the opposite side of the play. There's no reason why he should be trying to block.
He also shouldn't be a deep threat, but hey.
He also shouldn't be on the field.
Yeah, that's valid.
Yeah,
Dude, that was awful.
It's fucking ridiculous.
The 11 touchdown season with Rodgers really fooled people with Onion.
And they were all like red zone touchdowns, weren't they? Wasn't it Rodgers like pulling a DB off of him, then just tossing like a 2-yard pass?
It's literally it's like the classic Packers trope where they go play action on like the 5-yard line and the tight end's wide open in the flat and they just toss it to him. That was like 6 of them. Like
Tonyan's not fucking good at all.
No.
And like I get that you want to run 12 personnel, that's fine. Put Lewis in. Sign a guy off
Mercedes Lewis is one of the better blocking tight ends in the NFL.
And none of that. Mercedes Lewis, I'm 99.9% positive has been more productive than Robert Tonyan this year. I can name two.
Even if not, I guarantee you he doesn't drop that ball. He probably isn't that open.
He's not that open.
Well,
but
he might be because the defenders might just be like, "Oh, he's ran too far. They're not throwing to him."
But yeah, I'm sick of Getsy. He needs to be fucking gone, no matter what happens at quarterback. Because I don't even think Fields played that bad.
No,
like
Fields,
he didn't play good.
No, he did not. That throw to commit
he actually
in
played
the end
really
zone was
well.
legit. Yeah.
Yeah, Fields had some really nice throws. He threw with anticipation a few times. He had 2 picks, but both of them actually were on Hail Marys. So, like, who cares? Neither of them count, right?
Fields has just decided to make this decision the hardest thing possible.
I love it.
Yeah, which I'm okay with. Yes. I want it to be a hard decision because that means you win either way. You either have a quarterback and get to trade down from one and get a haul, or you take Caleb or Drake or whoever the hell you like. But
then you trade Fields for something because many teams will call you
Justin
and be
Fields
like,
is probably an Atlanta Falcon. Let's be real.
Whoever it is, yeah. But the point is, like, Fields had a solid game. He was making really good throws with anticipation. He was like you said, the touchdown to Kmet was fucking crazy. The should have been touchdown or not even should have been touchdown. Just the should have been catch to Robert Tonyan was nails. The second Hail Mary he threw, it was a good Hail Mary throw. Like, all things considered, like, on the run, having to semi-set up outside of the pocket, throw it across the field. It was a good throw. It's just, he was under pressure the whole game, and for once, it wasn't Fields-generated pressure. Like, the Bears' offensive line was getting bitched because Tevin Jenkins went out with a concussion in the first quarter. Once Tevin Jenkins went down and our interior line consisted
of defense in football. Like,
well, yeah, but I'm saying, like, we would have had a fighting chance if Tevin doesn't go down. But because he went down, you have Cody Whitehair and Lucas Patrick in the game. Braxton Jones had the worst game of his career. Darnell Wright was the only player on the line who looked competent, which makes me super happy because Darnell Wright, hell yeah.
He's awesome, yeah.
But yeah, the offense pisses me off. The defense, I'm not going to sit here and ramble about, but, like, they're so legit. Fuck everybody who told me. Fuck everybody who told me Tremaine Edmonds was not a good football player this year. He's been awesome ever since the Bears' defensive line has learned how to play football. Tremaine Edmonds has been incredible.
TJ Edwards tipping a pick six to Tremaine Edmonds was cinema.
TJ Edwards is a fucking all-pro this year. He's playing at an all-pro level. Like, genuinely speaking, he should at least be on the all-pro second team.
I was going to say, weirdly, like, all-pro linebackers for the NFC is, like, a weirdly stacked race. I don't like it.
Well,
I like it, but I don't like it.
Yeah. I mean, Fred will be first team, but outside of that.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Those guys are legit. Montez Sweat's a fucking dog. Fuck everybody who told me that trade wasn't worth it. You are not finding a guy who's producing like he is right now in the second round. He is leading 2 different teams in sacks right now. He is, which is hilarious.
That's
and then Jalen Johnson deserves every penny on this planet. And that is the end of my piece.
Yeah. Miller, I have a couple Bears-related questions for you before I move on. First of all, Eberflus, where do you stand?
I'm conflicted.
Ooh.
Okay.
Listen, I know that sounds crazy. What he's done with this defense is fucking incredible. Like, the whole offseason and all of last season, we were told about the HITS principle. Hustle, intensity, takeovers, and hustle, intensity, turnovers, and playing smart football. That's what it was. Defensively, we have been the embodiment of that since we've gotten healthy and gotten Montez Sweat. Literally the embodiment of that.
You've been the embodiment of that since he took over defensive play calling. I don't understand the little brain idea of I got hired because I'm a good defensive coach. Now let me not coach the defense.
I don't get it either.
That's
but I'm glad it worked out the way it did. Because if Alan Williams was still the defensive coordinator, he'd be gone. Like, no question about it. Because this defense would not be nearly as good.
No, I mean, they were legitimately terrible.
The only thing that worries me with that is that next season, if Eberflus sticks around, he's going to hire a DC and send off play calling duties to them.
If he passes off play calling, fire him.
That's what I'm saying.
The minute he does that.
Right. It all depends. There's 3 things I think really depend on where I would stand with Eberflus as the coach of the Bears next year. Number 1, this defense needs to close out strong, which I don't have any doubts in them doing. I know we play the Packers in week 18, but I still think they're going to have a strong defensive performance, even if we end up losing the ball game. Number 2, it depends on what we do with Fields. If we keep Fields, I think you would be better off to keep Eberflus. If you get rid of Fields, you need to go with a new head coach. You need to get the quarterback and the coach on the same timeline. Yeah. Number 3, it depends on what he does at offensive coordinator. That's the biggest thing. Above all else, he has to hire a new OC. If it's either Flus and Getsy or get rid of everybody, it's get rid of everybody 10 times out of 10. Because the talent on this defense is there, and I think it'll translate with a different coach, but I would like to see what Eberflus can do in a second year with this defense, plus adding a new safety to replace Eddie Jackson and another edge rusher. Because I think this defense can be fucking terrifying, even though it already is. Mm-hmm. Like, it's incredible. Literally all it took was him taking over defensive play calling duties and the defense getting healthy and adding an edge. Yeah. There were three things that made this defense go from one of the worst in football to top 5.
I don't like quickly. It. I miss not caring about how good a defense was. Dude.
This is all I've gotten to care about my whole life, buddy.
I know. I miss, like, as a team. I've never, like, for the last 5 years, I have not had to care what defense the Vikings were playing. It's like, we'll be fine. I don't care. Now it's like, dude, their defense is like mediocre. We're fucked.
Yeah, I get what you mean now.
Yeah. But yeah, the Browns come out on top. Flacco
delivered some fucking crazy throws.
Dude, I will say that I understand that his offensive line gave him a ton of time, but that throw to Amari Cooper on the touchdown was nails, bro. Where he just kind of like he it was a crazy arm angle. He threw it in between like 6 Bears defenders. Like, it was a wild throw.
And I will say one more thing that reminded me. The other thing I don't like about Eberflus the thing that makes the Eberflus thing really conflicting is that this man doesn't know how to take accountability, which terrifies me. Because, like, on that play, I don't know. He showed both sides because he did take accountability for one thing. On the David Njoku play that got them in field goal range, he dropped a defensive tackle into coverage and expected him to block or guarding Njoku on 3rd and long. And God love future Walter Payton Man of the Year, Justin Jones. That's not happening. Right? So he did say that was a really dumb call on my end, which I loved. That made me really happy.
So bro's not Kevin O'Connell. Gotcha.
Yeah.
He did that. And then the play that Jake's talking about, when asked about it, he said, yeah, you got to get a pick there. You got to intercept the ball.
Yeah. There was a lot of defenders around.
Can't be out there saying that.
There's a lot. Even if, like, on paper, you probably should, you can't say that.
No.
Yeah.
Like, as a coach, you got to be like, yeah, that was a hell of a throw. There's only so much you can do. Something like that. Yeah, because it really was. It was a fucking unbelievable throw. Yeah. But you can't deflect the blame to your corners that have been playing like lights out all season. Hell, even Tyreek Stevenson had a fucking absurd interception in this game.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah.
Fucking Trent Taylor muffed a punt, and then the best ball don't lie moment I've seen for the Bears all season, Tyreek Stevenson in a leaping pick next play.
I have one more question regarding this game for the both of you. This is Browns related. With Joe Flacco, now that we've seen him for 2 or 3 games, what do you think the Browns' ceiling is the remainder of this year? How far do you think this team can go with Flacco?
I just want to say, I really thought you were about to ask us if Joe Flacco was the guy in Cleveland.
No.
I would have said yes.
That'd be a based question. That'd be a based question.
Yes.
Because fuck Watson.
But unfortunately, that is not the
watch
question.
how they both have played. I'm taking Flacco over Watson any day of the week.
Yeah, I am too. But Flacco's what, 40?
Don't care.
Yeah, 38.
Watson's bad.
Well, no. I agree, but you're not going to keep him.
So how far?
So the question is, what do you think? How far can this? They're going to make the playoffs. That's
defense,
that's almost a guaranteed thing.
Defense wins championships.
I think
man.
If they get a home playoff game, like that defense historically this year has played much better at home than they do on the road.
Sure.
And if they get a home playoff game against like Jacksonville or somebody, they're gonna. I mean, they already showed that they could smoke Jacksonville last week. I mean, we saw that.
Dude, that defense.
I think they could make the AFC Championship game. I'm not sure if they can beat Baltimore. I'm not sure yet.
They already have.
Yeah, but I think Lamar. I know, but I expect Lamar to play better than he did against them.
But it's just, I don't know.
That would be in Baltimore too, most likely.
I can't bet against that defense, man.
But they could legitimately make the AFC Championship with all the quarterback injuries in the AFC.
Yeah,
I don't think the Bills are going to beat the Browns in the playoffs. I don't think
they could.
They
Bills
could.
are
The
starting
Dolphins
to
could.
cook, and it's
the Dolphins in Miami certainly could.
the Bills are the Chargers, but Josh Allen and Diggs are, I guess, just a little better than Herbert and Allen.
Yeah,
that's the real difference here. Josh
But
Allen, I think it's the rushing ability. He's a little better at playing hero ball.
We also do
is.
have to remember that Grant Delpit and Agbani Okoronkwo are both out for the year.
Yeah,
and that could hurt them come playoff time. But I think my ceiling, is Super Bowl.
I was going to say they're a dark horse Super Bowl team.
Now let me ask you guys a question.
Yeah, go for it.
Was Donald Trump right?
You're gonna have to be more specific so we don't get
about
canceled
Flacco
immediately. What do you say about Flacco? That he's elite? Do you
Yeah.
call Flacco elite? Oh,
yeah.
I
Have
mean,
you guys never seen
clearly.
that clip?
I just saw it on TikTok over the weekend.
I just can't wait for
that's
Jake
not what I,
to
that's not what I
pull
was
that
thinking.
clip for TikTok.
That's going to be the TikTok
slow
clip.
turn.
The TikTok clip is going to be that or the letter
I didn't
to Matthew
imply that I
Stafford.
thought Trump was right. I was just asking you guys if you thought he was.
About Joe Flacco, yes. That's all I have to say.
I'm just
Joe
gonna
Flacco, yes.
stick
Everything else,
with
no.
no in general. I'm just gonna always
This
stick
video
with
is
no.
so fucking funny. He goes, "I love Joe Flacco. He's a very elite quarterback. I have always said he's a very elite quarterback. He's very good."
I can't tell if that was like a cameo type thing where like
It was
somebody
an ask Twitter.
I feel like
Twitter
it's AI.
Oh,
It feels like it's AI.
It felt
No,
really,
it's legit.
really weird.
Are you kidding? Flacco is the ultimate Trump quarterback.
This is probably about when they won the Super Bowl.
No,
He's
like
a blue collar white guy.
This is probably about when he won the Super Bowl too.
Yeah,
and won Super Bowl.
He's a blue collar white guy that won a Super Bowl on an exciting team.
But,
I'm sure Trump loved Joe Flacco.
Yeah, we have not gone through very many games, and we've gone.
No, we got to move
up.
on.
So Panthers Falcons 9, Falcons 7. I finally did it after weeks of picking the Panthers. I finally Arthur Smith, see ya. Desmond Ritter, see ya.
Dude. In a rain
Bryce
game,
Young,
how does Bijan have 7 carries? I wouldn't have let Arthur Smith go back to Atlanta. I would not have.
I would
have
fired
fired
Arthur
him at halftime.
Continue to breathe.
No, dude, he's the worst coach in football now. I don't care.
He is bad, dude.
Yeah,
Staley's gone now.
And like just last week, after he did the same thing, not giving Bijan Robinson the carries he deserves. He was just the Falcons were just like, yeah. Barring some insane late season collapse, we're good. So
I think that's an insane late season collapse.
I'm officially on the Falcons. Like I want them to lose out train. Losing to the Panthers, being an offensive guru with the weapons you have and putting up 7 against the Panthers that's fireable on its own.
And you can't even pretend the Panthers had home field advantage. There were 12 people at that game.
Yeah, it was a cold, rainy game.
The Panthers had less people in that stadium than I had in my stream. I don't know what's going on, bro.
Literally, dude.
They were selling tickets for 45 cents and nobody showed
if I
up.
lived anywhere near Charlotte, I would have been there. I mean, come on.
Dude, the tickets were less than a cheeseburger at McDonald's. I don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Like, literally. But,
someone drew a picture of a really sad panther sitting at like a booth, and it looked like a Charlie Brown skit where he's just there like, and on the sign it said 50-cent tickets, and it kept like it was like a normal price and then crossed out and then another price and then 50 cents, but like the C and the cents is backwards, so it looked like a little kid drew it.
Nice.
It made me sad.
It is sad.
They lost thousands of dollars on that game.
Dude, it was way too expensive to turn the lights on for what ended up happening there. Yeah. That's tough.
But yeah, not much to talk about there, really. So we'll just move on. I have another apology letter to give out that I just came up with. I call this one a letter to Baker Mayfield.
Let's go.
Dear Baker Mayfield, last week on Twitter, a bunch of people were making their QB ranking lists, and most of them had you above Jordan Love. And I went ballistic in the Twitter comments about this. Now, I am not exclusively saying that you are at the current moment definitively better than Jordan Love. However, you did just march into Lambeau with a perfect passer rating and beat the Packers. So at this current moment, you've won the battle, but I promise you Jordan Love will win the war. Please come on the show so we can interview you. Love, Jacob discusses athletics. Okay.
Hey, so how much do we think the Browns regret letting Baker go at this exact moment.
He was the first quarterback ever to have a perfect passer rating at Lambeau, and the Browns are rocking Joe Flacco, who's not that bad, but still, they could have solved that.
Dude,
they could have $230 million to their name right now,
and a quarterback better than any on their roster by a lot.
Yeah,
by a lot.
This was rough. I didn't watch this game. I was golfing, so
it's December.
I watched the first half. It was 55 degrees, and the course was open. So I was like,
global warming.
You had 55 degrees.
New
York, baby.
Dude, global warming.
In New York?
Global warming.
Yeah, and then the next day it snowed and it was 25.
The planet is dying. Baker Mayfield is the greatest quarterback to ever live.
I watched the first half.
I see the Bears make the playoffs
and actually really liked what I saw out of the Packers for the most part. I mean, their defense played bad because it's Joe Barry and Rashad White's really good, and he kind of carved us up in the first half. But the offense cooked all game. I mean, the Bucs defense also, mind you, is not bad. So,
it seems like nobody could guard Chris Godwin out of all of the receivers.
I was worried about Mike Evans, and he had a decent game too. But Chris Godwin was the guy who really killed Barry's defense. It's because he's good at finding holes in the zone, and all Joe Barry does is create holes in his defense.
Miller.
So...
we had a O'Keefe touchdown.
Yeah, we did
have a O'Keefe touchdown. I did know that. Yeah, that was sick. But yeah, the Packers looked okay. Tucker Crouch tried to hurdle a dude and got drilled in the nuts with a helmet. That happened.
Maybe Komet thought he was him and got humbled real quick.
He actually did hurdle the guy. He just kind of got caught on the way up. But yeah, the Packers offense looked good, and Love looked fine against a good defense, which is okay. They just couldn't. I mean, the Bucs offense. If Baker's cooking, that offense. If Baker's cooking like that offense is scary because Mike Evans and Chris Godwin are really good. Also, no Jair, and we have no safeties, and that just is bad when you're playing Mike Evans and Chris Godwin.
Did we get any Henry Pearson PT this game?
Yeah, no stats recorded, but okay.
I don't care about the numbers, baby. I care about
this is a hot take. Maybe this is a hot take, but I think Henry Pearson actually might be a good fullback one day.
I know next to
I loved what I saw. You should watch him versus the Chiefs. That was a big game.
I keep meaning to go back because you and Hammy were blowing up my mentions with it.
He went crazy against the Chiefs. He had some sick blocks for AJ Dillon. I think, but yeah, Henry, I could have swore I saw him on the field. It's as long as it's not DeGuara. Get DeGuara off my team. He's a free agent. No re-signing DeGuara. I don't want him anymore.
All I know about Pearson is I've seen pictures of him without his helmet. He looks like a football guy.
I don't know where he went to college. I should probably figure that out now that I'm learning more about him.
Where'd he go?
But
I thought you just said at college.
I did. I said Pearson because it would be fucking funny.
Yeah.
It would be funny if that's where Pearson went.
You went to Appalachian State.
Oh, really? That's sick.
App State. All right.
I love App State's football program. But yeah, the Bucs might be an actually serious team in this wild card race. They're going to host a playoff game, and the defense isn't that bad. And Baker, if he plays like that, and a home playoff game against I don't know who would be the 5 seed.
Imagine he goes in and whoops Philly.
There's only
Philly
one
Dallas,
team that I don't trust Tampa Bay to beat, really. They could beat anybody. Anyone could beat the 49ers because they're a weird football team. I just don't actually believe that the Bucs
I'm going to call them the Bakers from now on. I just actually call them Bakers, and I'm wrong with it. The Bakers will not beat the Purdy's.
So it's the thing, right? I don't trust Tampa's
O-line.
The Bulls
will not beat the Shanahans.
Well, so it's the thing. I don't trust Tampa's O-line. But, I mean, Evans and Godwin could torch that secondary. So,
they can't keep up. They can't keep up with that offense.
He played like he did today.
The Niners offense has the MVP playing for him. So,
yes,
they'll be okay.
Debo Samuel. They haven't won a game that Debo didn't play in.
As long as I knew you were going to troll, but as long as you didn't say the name Brock Purdy, I wouldn't have yelled at you. I don't care who it was, as long as it wasn't Brock Purdy.
It's Debo Samuel, Doug.
Been like, you know what? Yeah. But fact or fiction, 3-game losing streak came before the Chase Young trade. Have they lost a game since
Came
the
before?
Chase Young trade?
Because it was when Debo Samuel missed 3 games.
They have not lost a game since the Chase Young trade. MVP.
Because I saw
thinks.
Vikings fans talking about us beating the 49ers, and I saw a bunch of 49ers fans, well, we didn't have Debo, and it's like, we didn't have Justin Jefferson. Shut the fuck up. I think it's equal.
Who's more important to their football team?
What is happening?
Debo's pretty important, man.
Yeah, okay.
Can Justin Jefferson play running back?
I mean, I'm sure he could.
Question: have the Vikings won a game without Justin Jefferson this year?
That's, you know what? That's fair because they have, and Niners haven't.
I rest my
question.
Debo,
have the Niners won a game without Debo this year? Let's not talk about the fact that they were also missing Trent Williams for that stretch. But no, we're not talking about that. Okay, we really gotta move. Dolphins 30, Jets 0.
Ooh,
Zach Wilson got hurt and it was over. That was
it. Jets bad. Tua's better than everyone thought he was. Next question.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true. Everybody was telling me Tua's top 5. So
listen, bro.
Have you been on Twitter?
But everyone was telling me that Tua can't play football without Tyreek.
True. There was a lot of talk about that on the old NFL Twitter.
Dude, at this point, I don't want to be on NFL Twitter. It hurts my head.
Run away and start tweeting about Among Us. You'll get out of there.
I don't want to tweet about Among Us.
Unlike me and Miller, your Twitter username does not tie you to sports in any way. You could just.
That's actually a good point. I can just fuck off.
You can go somewhere else.
I can't stop myself from yelling at idiots.
Or Twitch or streaming or something like
Purple Podcast or whatever the fuck they're called.
Have you the Purple for the Win podcast that you always quote tweet?
Oh, dude, they hurt my head.
It's like the Ike Packers podcast. It's that one podcast that has a lot of followers for a fan base, but just sucks.
But I'm like 90% sure they speak for the Vikings fan base. Everyone agrees with them, and it hurts. Because it's like they're wrong
with the Ike Packers too, yeah.
Like
it's bad.
It bugs me.
Industrial Revolution and its consequences.
It bugs me because they won't reply to me. It's like they know I'm cooking them. They refuse to acknowledge it. It's like, dude, you've never even watched the game. Shut up.
Real.
You're one of those people who just like sees football happening but doesn't understand what's happening. They just see people running.
Yeah. Yeah, Jalen Waddle's that dude.
Yeah, Jalen Waddle's good at football.
I really just, I mean, I love that they have Tyreek, but Jalen Waddle would be like a consistent 1,500-yard receiver if Tyreek wasn't there, probably, which would be fun. But, yeah. There's definitely Tyreek no longer has an MVP case, sadly. I think
I don't know if that's true. If he hits 2,000 after missing a couple games, that'd be pretty...
Yeah, there would be, but I don't think he'll hit 2,000.
No, it's CMC.
And they just torched the Jets defense without him.
I was doing
That's
true.
I got a perfect segue. Is there a new best quarterback in Kansas City?
Who else threw a pass? Again, I was
Jerick McKinnon, 1 for a touchdown.
Oh,
the GOAT.
Yeah. So
Mahomes threw 2 picks.
One of those picks was not his fault.
I don't care. McKinnon only throws touchdowns. That's what I'm
here's
saying.
The thing.
Kadarius Toney, it's time. I was going to say be a family man. That man does not have a family. It's time to be a man.
No, not
Guess
yet.
who I just bought a jersey for?
If you own a Kadarius Toney jersey, you're a sicko.
Dude, it's a Giants one, and it's the throwback, and it cost me $30.
Okay, that's a little bit better.
That I respect because it's not him. It's not 19, which I hate on him. I love when he used to wear the 80. 89, and I like the Giants throwback, so that's respectable.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Patriots, I mean, I kind of knew in the back of my head they would keep this close because the Chiefs have been playing really badly, and Bill Belichick's still Bill Belichick. And Bailey Zappi, he's not good, but he wants to be so badly.
He tries really hard.
We just give him a participation trophy already.
Dude, I respect him playing for something, as if he has a chance at the job, which he might. I mean, I don't know what Belichick's thinking. He's probably getting fired anyway. He probably doesn't care. But Hunter Henry's going crazy these past few weeks for some reason. I'm not sure if he's actually a good tight end or not.
Hunter Henry's got to stop yapping, though. It's kind of, I don't know.
What, in press conferences?
Yeah. He was talking about how Taylor Swift should like leave Travis Kelce for him. Saw something about that.
No, he did not.
I saw something on Twitter of somebody saying he said it. I don't know. With like a video. I didn't actually pay attention.
Man shot
on stream.
He's
but
like, look
it's
at me, I
he
caught a
played
touchdown.
so well.
Look at me.
It's like, dude, you're doing a lot of yapping for someone people don't remember being a Patriot or being in the league at all.
Unfortunately, Travis Kelce did have a disaster class. Did have
to be fair, he did get like mugged in the end zone and they didn't call it.
That is true. That is true.
Because the Chiefs talked about the refs, so now the refs gotta be mean to him.
Taylor was not happy about that one.
No, dude. Yeah, Taylor said a bad word.
I know.
I love it.
We're trying to move on, but like, I love that Taylor Swift is just like us now as a football
immediately
fan.
hates the refs.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, people can complain all they want. The fact that we have like the biggest celebrity in the world out here yelling at football games like a casual fan
this is
objectively incredible.
Yeah.
This is how we get better officials. The Swifties are some of the most powerful, one of the most powerful groups of people on the planet. If she hates the refs, they hate the refs, and they have their ways.
We might be getting Taylor to write a song called "Officials."
Here's your TikTok clip. Hey, Swifties. Listen, we know that you've been watching a lot of football lately because our queen, Miss Taylor Swift, has been getting involved, and we love that, but we need your help. The refs are not being very nice to Mr. Travis Kelce, and that's making Miss Taylor very, very upset. So we need you to help us get rid of the referees and get new ones. That way we can enjoy football and we can all be happy and enjoy Taylor Swift's new music when it comes out while we watch the Kansas City Chiefs win another Super Bowl.
Why are you talking as if you're like a third grade teacher from California?
Bullshit I've ever seen, dude. What the fuck was that?
You're talking to them like they're toddlers.
I was trying to embody have you guys seen the Twitter post where someone's like, "Hey, Swifties, our like insert player needs our help to get into the..." I was trying to do that, but I went too far into the fucking Swifties are 5-year-olds.
Dude, it sounded like a PBS infomercial. I don't really know what the fuck was going on there.
Hey kids, next up is Sid the Science Kid. Like literally, bar for bar.
Do you like violence? Oh god. What's
next? Swifties, can you spot the unnecessary roughness call? Can you spot where this is pass interference?
There's a giant arrow just pointing to it.
No, this is the key. We need the Swifties to take over for the refs.
Oh yes.
Oh my god! Just imagine
just put like a 15-year-old girl from like Vermont in the booth, and just be like, "Okay, get up there."
Listen, I'm just saying, right? Imagine someone gets called for roughing the passer, and then a Swiftie on the sideline is like, "Okay, but that sack was such a slay, so like, let's just give it to him."
Nice. Okay, I like it.
Next up, we got
the 14-year-old girl.
It wasn't great, but let's move on.
I live
Case
with
Keenum.
Nope, I shouldn't. That sounds wrong.
Stop it.
I have a sister.
Case Keenum and the Texans 19, Titans 16. All I have for this game is written down as womp womp because
Derrick Henry averaged less than a yard per carry on 16 carries.
Conversations will be had.
Conversations will be had about him and Tajay Spears.
I've been saying since the preseason.
Who's better?
He's RB1.
But yeah, Case Keenum
Levis
threw a bad
like really
six.
good. I don't really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I don't like.
He's good.
Why?
Yeah. He just got hurt, and that's the only reason they lost this football game.
Yeah, are we surprised that Levis is working? Geek, I can't remember. Did you like Levis?
Not.
I liked Levis.
Really. Like I didn't hate him, but he wasn't like. I wasn't one of the like weirdo like he's Zach Wilson. He's going to be awful.
Right.
It was just like
you have a brain.
I think I had somebody kind of ridiculous above him for some reason.
Did you have Hooker above him?
No, I don't remember at this point.
Oh,
I think I still had him as QB4. I just had.
I was
going to
say he was my 4, but I liked I thought all 4 quarterbacks. All 4 of the top quarterbacks were.
I liked the 3 top guys and didn't love Levis because remember we kept watching Levis fall and it was like he's going to be a Viking, isn't he? Because then I had that weird flip because we drafted Addison and then Levis was still there. I was like, now Quessy is when you trade up and you go get Levis because oh my god,
because like
there comes a point where it's like
I don't know how good Skoronski's been this year, but like I think they're definitely taking him at 11 or wherever they picked in a redraft right now. probably.
Skronsky's been
but
good.
he's really good. Skronsky has been good.
But
I haven't heard terrible things about him.
Just for context with the whole Titans thing, I did go because I was talking. Me and Cass were talking about this the other night at a PlayStation party. So I went back and I was watching the Titans offense. Literally, they are running the most predictable fucking run offense in the world because all they do is every first down they run the ball between the tackles with Derrick Henry. And the Texans figured that out like in the
They're
first
pretty
quarter.
one-dimensional with Henry at this point.
It's sad.
Because he's not fast enough to get to the outside.
Right, he can't do anything else. That's the thing. It's really sad.
And Spears is.
Spears is incredible. Spears has had so many big games this year.
Like, Henry just can't beat guys to the outside anymore. Like, you put him on an outside run and somebody's getting there. Like
Henry, he's either going to retire at the end of this year or he's going to go to like a contender and just be their goal line back and nothing else.
Like
that'd be kind of
LaShawn McCoy and Le'Veon Bell did with the Chiefs.
Right.
Go
Lev
there and
Bell still depressed me.
Yeah.
Because
Raheem
Mostert's like 4 years older than Lev Bell, and that makes me sad.
Yeah, but he
Mostert
ruined his own career.
Yeah, that's true.
Kinda, yeah. Well, I get it though.
He went to New York, made a rap song, and then that was it.
I mean, I get it to a certain extent, but also like
we're gonna franchise tag you and pay you nothing, and you're gonna but we're also gonna force you to have 500 carries because fuck you.
Yeah, I'm not saying that he was like he's like a piece of shit moron for doing it, but I'm saying you make that decision, you got to live with the consequences.
Right.
That's true.
And like, I don't blame him. I probably would have tried to do the same thing because he was getting a shitty rap in Pittsburgh, but sometimes consequences are consequences.
Yeah.
But with Henry, like, I'm waiting for people to start like the Derrick Henry needs to move to fullback narrative so I can be like, how's he going to lead block when he can't fucking move?
Literally.
You know what else is sad? Todd Gurley's still not 30.
Oh, that just broke my heart. Why'd you say that?
I know. It's depressing.
It is really depressing.
Why would you say that?
Sad. Because I had to.
Let's move on. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
I know, but remember Todd Gurley like we remember the Alamo.
But the Texans.
Oh my god, I hate myself.
I don't know when Stroud is coming back, but
I just want to say.
No way.
Oh, no.
When I said it's crimmy, the first thing that popped into my mind is a Todd Gurley Christmas song is where he sings "All I want for Christmas is a new right knee instead of two front teeth."
Damn it! All right,
or left knee, whichever knee it is. Now I'm.
But Texans. Texans managed to win this game in overtime. I think it was by the end of it. But D'Amico Ryans, like we talked about at the top of the show, should probably be in some Coach of the Year talks. He's been doing really well. Him and Steichen both in that AFC South. And the Texans can still win the division if they play their cards right. I don't know if they have the Jaguars again. Do they?
I don't think
have
so.
They played twice?
But
they might have played twice.
It's all right. There's a three-way tie at the top of the South between the Colts, the Texans, and the Jags, which is fucking insane.
That's right. The Texans have 8 now. I forgot. I still had them at 7 for some reason. And then there's the Titans. Yeah.
There's certain
but anybody can win that
this week, man.
The Colts could win that division. The Colts have key divisional games coming up. They could still win that. Okay, that's crazy. A game that is least surprising to anybody. Niners 45, Cardinals 29.
I mean, 30 points on the Niners when you're a team with no wide receivers is pretty cool. I know Greg Dortch exists, but he doesn't get to play. So,
Greg Dortch had a couple nice
tight end wearing 85 exists as well.
Dude, I was watching Trey McBride today, like because I tweeted that out about what.
Oh, you don't like him, do you?
No, I'm really conflicted because this is. I will say, full transparency. This is the only Trey McBride game I've watched, so I'm hoping I just caught a bad game.
You might need to watch a little bit more.
And for 102 is a bad game.
No. It's not that. It's the blocking. He doesn't care.
Oh, he's not the great blocker.
Travis Kelce. And
I could have told you that. He's not the great blocker.
Yeah. It's not even that he's not good. He's just like jogging. Whenever he's asked to block, he's just like, okay. And I'm really hoping I caught a bad game because I don't listen. You can be a bad blocker. It's about effort. I care about effort. I don't care about you being a skilled technician or whatever. If there's no effort, I'm going to be upset. So I'm really hoping I caught him on a bad game. That being said, he was electric. He had a lot of really nice catches.
So I think, though, to be fair to my point of the Cardinals not having any receivers, The Chiefs have the best tight end in football, but because they don't have any good receivers, they lose a lot of games. Because it doesn't matter how good your tight end is, you need real receiving threats. And when Elijah Higgins is your number 2 receiver, this is a problem.
Do you mean
he was actually receiver 1, but
like in terms of yards
and catches and touchdowns and
well, I was going to say, I thought you meant like they're designated number 1 for a second.
No,
sorry,
that I guess technically should be Hollywood. Is he hurt?
No, he was playing. Did he get hurt in the game?
He didn't get.
He was definitely playing.
Are you sure he played?
Yeah, he wears number 2, right?
Yeah.
There was no way Kyler didn't throw him a pass.
He didn't get thrown a pass, I guess.
That's crazy.
So they've got Hollywood, they've got Rondale Moore, they've got Dortch, and they've got Michael Wilson.
Rondale Moore had 2 catches for 5 yards. 2 catches for 5 touchdowns.
Rondale Moore was kind of cooking earlier in the season.
Yeah, Rondale Moore is a fun gadget guy. It's just hard to get him passes because of how tiny he is.
He's so small.
See, you say that, except Tutu Atwell's half his size and gets a ton of...
In terms of arm length, he's the shortest receiver in NFL history. He can't extend. His catch radius is non-existent. He has
to just catch a ball at chest height over the middle and run for 30 yards.
Like, you can't throw Rondale Moore a ball down the sideline because he can't extend for it. He just physically can't.
No. Yeah.
But when you get him, when you manufacture touches for him short or hand him off the ball or something, he can make that, or he can do damage.
MVP.
The CMVP narrative is thriving.
Yes, sir.
Purdy wants it. We want it. Listen up. Like, listen, man.
Was that good or bad having Purdy say that CMC is the MVP and not him? Because now is it going to be voters like, look at how humble this fucking guy is? Like, well, I mean,
listen, man. If you watch the 49ers play football and you determine in your mind that Brock Purdy is more valuable to their offense than Christian McCaffrey is, you are dumb. That is just how it goes. You are dumb. That math ain't mathin'.
I think
you are dumb.
6 guys on that offense more valuable than Purdy.
Williams, Samuel, CMC,
Juszczyk, CMC,
Ayuk,
Kittle.
I guess I mean, we don't have time to get into all the details of that, but
I
would say that at the very least,
Shanahan,
CMC and Debo are the 2 guys who I would definitely take over Purdy and Juszczyk.
I was going to say, where's 44?
While we're on the topic of the 49ers, can we acknowledge the biggest news that came out this week?
What's that?
The Associated Press announced that they're bringing the fullback back to the All-Pro team.
Because Juszczyk's in the same conference as Ham, and that's not fair.
Okay. I was going to say, if you
Ham
jump off the bridge.
Ham should protest by signing with...
There should be... Are they at least going to have, second team fullback? What about
it's going to be Engel?
Oh yeah, I'm thinking.
Engel could end up being the first.
Conference bullshit.
I don't know. I think because listen. I think what's going to happen is because
I think Engel could end up being the first.
Juszczyk's name's too.
I was going to say,
and it's going to be a last 8 years. There hasn't been one.
He's going to get grandfathered in essentially. Like they
should do that for Ham too.
When I made my video about it, I had to cut it down to a minute because if I make a 3-minute video, it's not going to get views. But in my original 3-minute video, I said it was bullshit that Juszczyk doesn't have 6 to his name, that Ricard doesn't have a couple to his name, that Ham didn't steal a couple from the 2 of them, that Kari didn't get one when he was leading for Derrick Henry in his 2,000-yard season.
Yeah,
we went 8 years without an All-Pro fullback. Quick trivia question: do you guys know who the last 2 All-Pro fullbacks were?
8 years ago,
2015.
Oh,
2015.
What?
I feel like my timeline's going to be messed up.
I think at this point, one was in the NFC, one was in the AFC, but the other one might have still been in the NFC.
Okay,
I'm still been. So I was gonna say Marcel Reese, but that's not.
I'm thinking Jerome Felton. No. Is that 2015?
No,
way too early?
No.
He did also. One of them did play for. Actually, I think both of them played for Buffalo at one point, though.
Okay, that actually is.
Marshawn Lynch.
Do you want to get shot?
Oh no. Okay.
I think this fella played for the Bills. Yeah, he did for like a year.
Mike Allstott. Yep,
No,
that's it.
you got the first name right though.
What?
Tolbert?
Mike Tolbert was the first team fullback.
He played
for the Bills?
Fuck!
I
did not know he played for the
At
Bills.
like the end of his career, he played for the Bills.
That's the 20.
Wait, so who's the other one?
2015 Panthers.
The other was Pat DeMarco.
Oh, I should have known that. Yeah. Okay. Wow.
No, I should have known.
I did not know he played for the Bills.
No, I should have known the Tolbert one though, just because 2015 Panthers. Just
Tolbert
went wild that year.
Crazy that year.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I said, I couldn't remember if
and
Pat
you were
DeMarco
too late on Felton, by the way.
Yeah,
too late.
Felton's career was basically over by 2015.
Yeah. I couldn't remember if DeMarco was with Buffalo or with Atlanta.
Aaron Ripkowski.
I think he was with Atlanta. Ooh.
I don't remember off the top of my head. Also, didn't Aaron Ripkowski fumble the ball in the Super Bowl?
Oh,
Aaron Ripkowski did not play in the Super Bowl.
Or no, he fumbled the ball in a playoff game, right?
Against Dallas, yes. They won the game, but yeah, he fumbled against Dallas.
He was a Falcon in 2015.
I thought so, but I wasn't 100%.
Speaking of guys who I apologize to at the top of the episode, Rams 28, Commies 20. I have a question for you guys. We're far enough into his first season starting where we can ask this question. The Commanders are going to have a very high draft pick. Is it Sam Howell or is it Jaden Daniels or Drake May?
I don't feel comfortable
or whoever falls.
I don't know anything about Daniels.
I think the answer depends on who's on the board.
You want to know my answer?
Uh-huh.
If Jaden Daniels is there, you pull the trigger.
Really?
That dude just had an almost 5,000 yard passing season,
and
coupled with an almost 2,000.
Did Howell get hurt or did he get benched?
Hurt.
Okay.
Hurt.
I was going to say, if he got benched and
actually
that came in and immediately was miles better, that's a bit of a problem.
I don't want to give up on Howell just yet. So maybe I'm overreacting by saying Daniels for sure.
I think more than anything, it depends on what's going on at coach. Because, I mean, Rivera's out.
Right.
But if they keep if they promote the enemy, I could see him wanting to keep Howell.
If they go somewhere else, you got to kind of go with what that coach wants. That's just how that works.
Like if it's like, I don't know who their head coach would be if it's not the enemy. Maybe Ben Johnson or somebody. I don't know who.
I've seen a lot of people mocking them Belichick, which like why?
That was
a lot of people think it's Belichick. That was a really early rumor.
I know, but I'm still seeing people like.
No, it's a thriving. It's a thriving.
I think the Chargers makes more sense for Belichick.
I'm still not believing that Belichick's gone.
The Chargers,
I'm not either.
The Chargers are in heavy Harbaugh talks recently, especially today.
Everybody's in Harbaugh talks, and nobody's in
BM. I think he fits with the Chargers.
And apparently, everybody is going after Brian Flores, according to Vikings fans. No other fan
Brian Flores,
apparently, but Vikings
fans. Ben Johnson's a hot target. The
Bobby
guy
Slowick.
from the
Flores won't go to Washington.
I don't know who the offensive coordinator is in Miami, but that guy's getting talked about a lot for a head coaching job.
I can't think of his name either, but yeah.
But yeah, so the Rams 28, Commies 20.
Terry McLaurin, good at football.
Yeah, he's back.
Yeah,
he reappeared.
Back. Good to see it.
Scary
Good to see it. It took playing the Rams secondary, but he's there. We're here.
Terry has struck fear into their hearts once again.
He has officially scared me. Scary Terry
scared me.
The Rams are good. They're probably my most trusted wild card contender.
Yeah, they're the one wild card team you really don't want to see.
Like out of the Seahawks, Packers, Vikings, everybody who's in the hunt right now, Bears, I'll throw them in there. I trust the Rams more than any of them.
God, I wish the Vikings had a quarterback.
Yeah.
Hurts.
But yeah, Stafford good. Congratulations, Stafford lovers, you win.
Okay. Cowboys suck. Let's go.
The Bills learned how to run the football.
Cowboys 10. James Cook is really good at football, guys.
They didn't learn how. Joe Brady has changed the system as much as Theo Ash wants to tell you that he hasn't because they're playing the same way. No, the fuck they aren't. Theo just doesn't know ball. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Don't care.
But they James Cook is really good. Had I think 200 total yards this game. Josh
Todd
Allen
Johnson had over 50 rushing yards.
I have a question.
Maybe the Cowboys shouldn't have stuck with Tony Pollard as RB1 because maybe he's just not that guy.
So
Zeke is a good
I
idea.
Released on Twitter after the Sunday Twitter games. I released a list of my top 5 MVP candidates. I put Josh Allen at 4.
Might need to be higher.
And I got sorry, I don't want a certain person, not somebody that we all hate, somebody that we're all actually pretty good mutuals with, was very angry that I put Allen in the conversation. Okay, Valente was very angry that I put Josh Allen because he doesn't have good enough stats.
He leads the league in touchdowns and yards.
And I was like,
sure, he has the most turnovers, but he has
the reason why he was mad is because I had him over Purdy. I had Allen over Purdy, and he was like, "Are you saying that I'm dumb?"
Like that's my face to him being.
I mean, that's like
because they put Allen over Purdy. He was like, "Well, Purdy has better stats. They have almost identical stats this season, almost identical total yards,
and can you tell me who has better weapons?
Eats him out." Yeah, and Purdy, and look at that. That was my argument. But he was like, "Oh, it's a stats award, so look at Purdy." I'm like, identical stats in a worse situation.
It's a narrative award more than it's a stats award.
It's not a stats award.
There's a world where the Bills win the division, but also there's a world where the Bills have the 1 seed.
Right.
That could happen. And
literally, the narrative's on their side because everybody, including us, were like, the Bills are going to miss the playoffs after that Broncos loss. Everyone was like, Bills are missing the playoffs.
Niners, everybody knew they were going to be the best team in the NFC.
Literally. Nobody
Allen gets the narrative in that way. That's how it works.
Literally. It's not a stats award. But yeah, I just want to put it out there that I think Josh Allen is a legitimate MVP candidate. I think he's 2 or 3 for me right now behind CMC and maybe Dak still. But Dak didn't play that great of a game, so who even knows?
I got to go double check this real quick. But none of the awards are ever stat awards. They're all narrative awards.
The only way it's a stat award is if a dude like breaks a record. And Purdy ain't breaking no records.
Different.
No, he's not breaking any records. And like
because remember the Harrison Smith season where he had 7 sacks and 5 picks and led the league in tackles, but Aaron Donald won Defensive Player of the Year because he had 11 sacks. But the narrative was, well, he's triple teamed every game. It's a narrative award.
And there was a dude on Twitter who was like, has anybody ever had as good or better of a statistical season as Purdy and lost MVP? And Brady, when he lost to Rodgers, had a much better season than Purdy.
Drew Brees in 2012, he had 5,500 yards and 50 touchdowns.
Literally,
but Adrian Peterson had the one of the greatest running back seasons ever. You give it to AP. That's how it works.
It's a stupid.
And the narrative is 6 months off an ACL tear. That narrative.
Hey, listen, buddy, stop trying to be humble. You can say the greatest running back season of all time. Don't try to act humble.
No,
2006 LT gets to have an argument. 32 total touchdowns gets to be in the conversation.
AP having the ACL tear coming back though. Before ACL tears were minimized.
Did he win comeback player of the year that year too, or no?
No, because Manning came back from the neck injury.
Okay.
So they gave when AP won MVP, they were like, "You got your award. Here's Manning gets this one," which is fair.
Listen, speaking of weird narratives that somehow involve Tom Brady, have you guys seen the one revolving Tom Brady's arm strength lately?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
People apparently forgot Tom can air it the fuck out.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I
saw somebody on Twitter. I don't remember the context, but I saw somebody on Twitter call him a noodle arm today.
It's Joe Burrow. Brady is Burrow. Burrow can't do what Allen and Mahomes and Herbert can.
But he can still chuck it 60, 70 yards.
Right. There's levels to this.
Yeah.
Brady didn't have a howitzer, but he still had a good arm.
Yeah. And the funniest part is it all revolves around Purdy because somebody was like, Purdy doesn't have a cannon. That's why he's not great. And then some Niners fan was like, well, Brady didn't have a cannon. Yes, he did.
Oh, well, listen. And a lot of the reason why,
levels to this. Purdy's down here. Brady's, upper middle of the pack. And then you have Mahomes and Rodgers and these.
Arm strength also isn't just about throwing a good deep ball. It's also zipping balls in the windows.
And Brady threw the prettiest spiral there's ever been.
Literally, that's But yeah, moving into prime time.
Brady's arm didn't give out on him until he retired. I'm sorry, this really pissed me off. I'm just saying, like, Brady retired when his arm stopped being elite.
No, but it's still good enough. I can think of 4 teams right now that would be Super Bowl favorites if Brady was on them.
Yeah.
Vikings, Browns,
Jets. My brain just blanked.
Fourth?
There was another one, but I mean, you could give them a lot of the great teams. My brain just exploded. Yeah, I mean, Niners might be Super Bowl favorites with Sam Darnold, bro.
But yeah, moving to primetime, Ravens 23, Jags 7. Jags are in trouble. They are in a 3-way tie for their division, and they are playing bad football. So
and they get the Niners.
It might be over, and they don't. They already played them and got crushed.
The Ravens
way earlier
in
the
season.
The Ravens get the Niners.
Who the fuck are the Jaguars playing? Why is my brain?
They might have
raining?
Dallas.
I don't know who they have. No, my brain's broken. It's fine. We're moving on. It's the Buccaneers because I was confusing the stupid fucking red jerseys because I'm mad because the Jaguars aren't going teal pants.
The
like
Jags
Christmas Day red and green thing, and they
it's a Christmas Day game. Oh, okay.
It's Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, whatever. It's Christmas, red and green, and the Jaguars fucked it up because nobody puts any thought into uniform matchups. It hurts my soul.
But yeah, the Ravens keep rolling. Isaiah Likely, good. Keaton Mitchell, rest in peace. It was a good season for you. We hope he comes back in full form after this ACL tear. The Ravens running backs can't escape. Can't escape it. You run from it, you dread from it. The Ravens running back injury bug, it arrives all the same. No
Watching that play, that was the grossest thing.
It was bad. I hated watching that.
I've seen people break bones, and it's less disturbing than that.
Yeah,
I got up to piss when that play happened, and I came back and he was on the ground, and then I went out of my way to not watch any of the replays. So I still haven't seen it.
It was tough. Overall, I mean, the Ravens keep rolling. They are. All right, Monday night.
No. Doesn't matter.
I just want to say before that, despite everything, Josh Allen still had a hell of a game.
Yeah,
he was in the backfield every game. Play.
Yeah, brain.
Seahawks 20, Eagles 17.
I don't even want to let you live with this narrative.
Before Jake goes off, can I just say Brian Johnson is the worst offensive coordinator, or second worst offensive coordinator in football?
And Matt Patricia is the worst offensive coordinator in football.
And Matt Patricia is terrible.
Yeah. Yep. Dude, the Eagles hurt me. They shouldn't be playing as bad as they are.
Also,
right now, I don't know if they can beat a team that will be in the playoffs. Yeah. I don't know if they can beat any of them.
I don't disagree, and that's the shitty thing. Like, the fucking Nick Sirianni in the press conference today being like, yeah, Hurts threw that pick because we were trying to pull DPI. Brother, it was first and 10.
Oh, man, that was crazy.
What are we doing?
Listen, I'm going to be real. We were just trying to draw a bad penalty.
It was first and 10.
I mean, to be fair,
Kenneth Gainwell
and also,
wide open.
Made it to a Super Bowl by that being the strategy.
That's true.
Flacco won a Super Bowl by that strategy. It's not ridiculous. It's not ridiculous to say that.
It's not ridiculous to say it, but it's cool when it works. When it doesn't, you get made to look like
you're a bozo. If it doesn't work, that's
All right, Jake is like bursting at the seams. Go ahead.
I don't want to let him talk.
Gentlemen, if I had told you that with just over a minute left standing on his own 8-yard line, Andrew Stephen Locke would lead the Seahawks offense all the way down the field and throw a game-winning touchdown pass to Jackson Smith-Njigba, you'd have called me crazy.
No, I wouldn't, because I needed JSN for fantasy, and I wanted
because he wasn't even going to start coming into this game. And then he did, and he came in, and not going to say that he was fantastic, but he didn't turn the ball over against a talented defense.
First time in his career. Congrats.
I understood Matt Patricia is a bad play caller, but it's still a talented defense for the most part. Didn't throw a pick. Didn't turn the ball over at all. So again, congratulations to him for that. Almost sold the JSN touchdown. Don't talk about that though. Good throw. The DK throw was good. The DK throw was really good. The one where he put that in, he got that in there before the safety. That was a good throw. And I will even call the JSN throw a good throw. Getting it to him. It was slightly overthrown, better than underthrowing him in that situation because that's a James Bradbury.
The pass got completed. That's all that matters at the end of the day.
Pass got completed, and that's a gutsy throw too. That's a gutsy throw, and the DK throw was a gutsy throw. You got a safety.
Confidence is never something Drew Lock is lacked.
Yeah,
confident.
Yeah, and he did. I mean, he was great on that last drive. He was accurate. He was getting the ball out quick. He was making good decisions. Overall, I mean, dude, listen, I love the guy. Watching him and watching him celebrate that touchdown was fantastic. Watching his interviews after the game was fantastic, and the fact that he was looking around for Jalen Hurts and went, "Oh, I guess he's sick," and just walked away—that's just funny to me. That he was just like, "Oh, I guess he's sick," but yeah, DK came up and he was like, "Bro, I didn't know you were like that," and I was like, "It's good." He was so happy, and that made me so happy. So yeah, I'm riding Cloud9 until he never starts a game again.
Is Bobby Wagner the worst linebacker in all of football?
Yes.
Okay.
The reason why he has a job right now is because his name is Bobby Wagner.
Yes.
True. Well, and he is like the key to a Seahawks Super Bowl at one time, so I get it. There's a level of
not this year.
No, but I mean, there's a level of teams.
Respect.
Yeah, it's keeping your guy
I'm
around.
sure.
Let's just put it this way: nobody else would be signing him had he not gone to the Seahawks.
I'm sure.
So
I don't know. I think Philly would take him.
Right,
they're pretty desperate.
I guess.
I think Bobby's probably good for locker room morale at least. And he was good. He was really good at defending the run early in the season. But now,
he's going to be Blake Martinez tackle merchant. But yeah, just to keep rolling. That's it for the Week 15 breakdown. We got through it, and so a quick update in the picks leaderboard in the fantasy league for you guys before we hop into our Week 16 picks. Geek leads us in the picks leaderboard at 133-91. He's about to win the trophy he bought himself.
I hate that. That's so unfortunate.
Miller is not too far behind. He's at 128-96.
Let's go, Miller.
I am at 127-97. So we're off to the races, boys. We are off to the races here in these last few weeks of the season. Then the fantasy league, the playoffs have begun. Me and Walter White Seal had the buys. Scoutmaster, who's our boy Adam from the Jab Step podcast, beat Geek in the first round of the playoffs. That is who that is. I found that out this past week when he was talking about it.
I didn't register.
I did not know who that was up until that point. It's Adam. And so he beat Geek narrowly. I don't know if it was narrowly. I don't have the score pulled up. Did he beat you narrowly?
I don't remember. I'm going back to look now.
And then Miller, thanks to Jackson Smith and Jigba, beat out a guy who the downfall of JPEL NFL in the fantasy league needs to be studied because he was the 1 seed for 10 weeks, lost it, didn't even get a bye, he fell out of the top 2 seeds, and then Miller beats him in the first round of the playoffs.
The funniest part about that was all through the week, I had a 60 or 70% win probability, and then the Bears offense shit the bed. And then I forgot to take a guy out of my starting lineup that was hurt. And then all of a sudden it was 50-50. And then Kenneth Walker had that big first half and it was 60-40 his way. And I kept saying to myself, I'm going to get that JSN touchdown. And I tweeted about it 3 times. And Kurt, my boy, who's a big Seahawks fan, he replied and he said, there's no way. This is a fantasy tweet. They're not going to throw the ball to JSN. They can't throw the ball. And then lo and fucking behold, dude, JSN saved my ass.
I thought
Jackson
saved me. I will say
Jackson and Jigba saved me.
Lamar and the Broncos defense failed me. It was a 4-point game, but I needed DK to score under 8, and it didn't happen. I thought we were in the clear when Drew Lock was announced as the starter. The fucking
were anything but. But yeah, this means we earlier in the season, in the regular season, we had the Miller and Geek Bowl, but now we have the Miller Jake Bowl for a spot in the chip here in the semifinals, and then Walter White Seal versus Scoutmaster playing each other,
battling for 5th place.
That second spot. Everybody give it up for Geek in his 5th place pursuit.
Dude,
he will officially finish the lowest out of any of us.
Okay.
So
but I
let's give it up for that,
around here. Let's be real. I had Antonio Gibson and AJ Dillon as starting running back.
This is like when Georgia won the national championship and they were like, everybody doubted us, but nobody really doubted them. Like, Geek's just creating adversity.
That's not
He's like,
true.
I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be here.
Really
my entire team is stacked outside of my running backs, but I shouldn't be here. I actually don't know if it is, but that's not the point.
So it's interesting, that's for sure. I got Mike Evans, Debo, Puka.
Oh, yeah.
Picking up Puka week 2 was pretty sick. Not gonna lie.
Cut Puka so I can pick him up.
That's true. Hey, whoa, never mind. Don't do that. No. That's cheating.
True.
I'm the commissioner.
Bro,
I'm
about to
kicking Miller out of the league.
Kicked.
I'm kicking Miller out of the league.
I'm only mad because Jamar got hurt. So now I have to start one of Tyler Boyd, Justice Hill, DeMarcus Robinson, or Elijah Moore.
Hey, is it fair if I cut, I don't know, you want Jerry Jeudy? That's not a huge bonus.
No, I don't trust him.
Okay, let's pick some games. Somebody else is gonna have to read them because I can't see the game.
Okay, I will start.
I can do it.
Oh, I don't know if I like that, but
I have it on my computer. Pull it up in front of me because I have my PC.
Go for it, Miller. I'll still write them down, but
Thursday night, the Saints and the Rams.
The Rams, baby.
I will also be taking the Rams of Los Angeles.
I will also be taking the Matty of Stafford's.
All right.
Saturday
afternoon game, we've got the Bengals of Cincinnati and the Steelers of Pittsburgh. Give me the Bengals.
Give me the
Bengals. Good
win game.
See, I think you guys forget how Mike Tomlin teams work. This is absolutely the time the Steelers win a game.
They're starting Mason Rudolph.
That's why it's absolutely the time the Steelers win a game.
Yeah, they're starting Mason Rudolph. I'm going to take the Bengals.
I'm going to take the Steelers.
We've got the Bills and the Chargers. Give me Buffalo on Saturday night.
Exclusively on Peacock. Give me the Bills.
Exclusively on Peacock. Yes, sir. Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, we've got the Commanders and the Jets.
It's morning for me. They start at 11 a.m.
Give me... I'm gonna take the Jets. Their defense.
Give me the Commanders since the Jets just fucked Nick Bodden.
But Sam Howell's not gonna. You do Jacoby Brissett though. Jets defense. I'm gonna take the Jets.
Okay.
Lions and Vikings in Minnesota. Give me the Vikings.
Give me the Vikings.
It's the winter whiteout, man. We did this last year. It kind of goes well. I want them.
If history tells us anything, if we all pick the Vikings, they lose. So I'm okay with this.
Don't do that. Also, I don't want to go full white helmet for the Vikings for the winter whiteout. They should get a white face mask though instead of the black one for the whiteout. I think it looks sick.
Browns Texans.
Do we know Stroud's man? I don't care. Give me the Browns either way. I think.
I think give me the Browns. The defense is too legit.
Yeah. I'm going to take Cleveland too.
I also don't think Stroud's going to play. So
maybe not.
We got the Jacob discusses Athletics Bowl, Packers Panthers.
Oh no.
I'm taking the Packers.
I'm taking the Packers.
Gentlemen, I am a man of my word. Give me the Carolina Panthers.
That's devious.
Go. That's incredible.
If I'm right, I'm jumping off a bridge. Just put that out there. But I have to do this.
On Christmas Eve, that's crazy.
He's not even going to see Christmas, bro. He's not even going to open his presents.
Seahawks, Titans. Give me the Hawks.
Give me Geno Smith, I guess.
Give me the Hawks.
Last 1 o'clock game, we've got the Colts and the Falcons. Give me the Colts.
Give me the Colts.
So I'm struggling with this because part of me wonders if we're getting that weird Heineke magic. It's the late season and you need him.
I don't know.
He's got the guys to just chuck it at.
His coach is still Arthur Smith.
That's true. Give me the Colts.
So yeah.
First 4 o'clock game, we got the Jaguars and the Buccaneers.
I mean whoa, man.
Why is that such a hard game, man?
Taking the Bucks.
I'm taking the Bucks.
I trust Baker against that defense. Apparently, he's just really good. And
I'm taking the Jaguars.
Hey, without Tyson Campbell, who I don't,
you guys are going to catch up. It's this one. My God.
Taking the Jags.
Yeah.
Okay. So you taking the Bucks, Miller?
Yeah.
Okay.
This game being at 4 o'clock instead of 8 o'clock is fucking depressing. Cowboys, Dolphins.
Oh, that's good. Give me the Dolphins.
I'm taking Miami.
The Bills can do what the Dolphins can.
How?
The Bills the Bills gave the Dolphins the blueprint to beat the Cowboys, and the Dolphins are exponentially better at running the football.
Raheem Mostert has 20 touchdowns.
Yeah, but it's not a rain game. You don't get
Cowboys
to rely
run
on
defense.
Dak not playing well. But you don't get to rely on the fact that Dak can't just chuck it.
If you can, first of all, Dolphins secondary is a lot better than Buffalo's is right now. Like
Jalen
a lot
Ramsey,
better.
Javon Holland,
Cool.
Stuff.
They have a great secondary. I trust Vic Fangio with my life. And the Dolphins are going to be able to control time of possession by running the football.
Am I hearing that you're taking the Cowboys?
I don't know. I just don't like how your guys are trying to pretend it's like obvious.
I don't think it's obvious. I'm just saying that's my take on it. Dallas can, this is going to be a really fucking good football game. It's two powerhouse teams going head to head. I just think Miami's going to win for the
against you guys too many times. I'm going to go Dolphins because I don't really know the answer, and I don't want to dig myself a deeper hole if it's bad.
All right, the game I'll be watching instead of Dolphins, Cowboys, you got the Bears and the Cardinals.
Give me the Cardinals.
I'm going to take the Bears.
I have to go with the Bears contractually.
Contractually.
You
can't pull a Jake, bet against your team.
No, it's not in my genes.
It's not in my genes either, but the Panthers overrules that, unfortunately.
No,
Panthers
it's always good to
overrules
pick
that.
against your team because you're happy no matter what.
Why are you crossing your arms like that, Miller? What are you doing?
Because at 8:15 we've got the Spend Time with Your Family on Christmas Eve Bowl between the Patriots and the Broncos.
Oh, give me the Broncos.
In Denver.
Oh,
so I'm taking the Broncos.
Give me Denver. Christmas afternoon, 1 o'clock.
Listen to me. If you live in Denver or around Denver and you go to this game, you were a maniac. And you need to be checked.
You were a true sicko.
If I lived closer, I absolutely would because it'd be funny as shit.
Imagine being a kid on Christmas Eve and your dad comes in. He's like, hey,
You're
kid.
wondering where your dad is. He's at a Broncos-Patriots game.
That's not where I was going with that. I was going to say, I've got an early Christmas present for you. You open it up, tickets to Broncos Patriots.
Dad, can we please not go?
Dad,
no,
it's
Christmas.
Home and watch Elf,
it's
please.
Christmas.
Watch it be the best game of the week for some reason.
That would be that would be a fucking Christmas miracle.
That would be the greatest thing to ever happen.
Do we have Christmas Day football that isn't prime time?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like 1 o'clock games? Oh, we do? Okay.
We have 1 o'clock game. So never mind, all three are prime time. Technically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Raiders, Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs.
Give me the Kihifis.
We saw the Chiefs mollywop the Raiders last time they played.
Yeah, but now the Raiders are getting 63-20.
Yeah, they're going to go in feeling high and mighty, and then Mahomes is going to carve them up.
Yeah, probably.
Probably. All right, what else?
Well,
very interesting matchup. Very interesting matchup at 4:30. We have the Giants and the Eagles.
Take the Eagles.
It's got to be a get-right game for the Eagles. It has to be. It has to be.
Yeah.
It has to be.
In my heart of hearts, I want to pick Tommy DeVito, but he doesn't like Italy anymore, so I'm going with Philly.
No. Yeah.
All right. And then finally, game of the week, the motherfucking fullback bowl on Christmas night. San Francisco and Baltimore, your Super Bowl preview.
I love it. Give
me the 49ers.
Give me the Ravens.
Cringe. You pick the lesser fullback. Spay this man.
I am going to say
spay this man.
The Niners.
Yeah, Jake's right. You may retain your genitals.
Okay. We want to thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of the Run the North podcast. We would be greatly appreciated if you guys would follow us on all of our platforms. I Run the North Pod everywhere: YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff, and help grow the podcast on all of our listening platforms. Run the North Sports Podcast everywhere. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys for all the support you guys have shown us. Merry Christmas. I think we're going to be uploading after Christmas, but this is the last time you guys are going to hear us before Christmas. So Merry Christmas. We love you guys. We're thankful for you guys, and we'll see you next time.
I have a nice Christmas message before Geek does his thing.
A guy called Komet, he's done.
Who was that?
Kyle Long.
Copyright. We're screwed.
It's not copyright. It's a Kyle Long Twitter video. Called Command
Okay,
a Stud. This is my favorite video on the internet now.
Bye.
Nope. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Miller doesn't know how to edit. He can't cut that out. Miller doesn't know how to edit.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.